So welcome to Mörbid Vomit interview here in Lokom, Turku, Finland. They are warming up for Cannibal Corpse, the biggest, or at least one of the biggest death metal bands out there. But these guys have this weird logo or name or both, because they have umlauts, that is O with dots in the name, pretty much the same way as Mötley Crüe. Guys, what is this nonsense with the name O with dots?
Well, it was only Mörbid Vomit on the beginning, but we thought that that's not ridiculous enough, so we put the umlauts on the O.
So, vomiting in a morbid way is not ridiculous enough.
No.
It needed to be awkwardness.
Yes.
Indeed. Indeed.
Guys, this is a great opportunity for you to warm up one of the biggest death metal bands ever. How does that feel like now that you've been doing already 3 gigs in and you still have last one to go?
Feels really good. I mean, it's been a really easy going tour so far, and I'm quite sure it's gonna be till the end. But I mean, the guys from Cannibal Corpse are really good guys, down to earth guys. It's been really good. The gigs have been really good for us also, even though that we start really early. But I don't know, I've been enjoying the ride so far very much.
Yeah, and for me personally, it's like probably the most biggest thing in my life. Because I've been a Cannibal Corpse fan for like almost 20 years, and Cannibal Corpse is the band that made me do my vocals the way I do them. So it's been really great, like a dream come true.
Yes, indeed.
If it was not Cannibal Corpse, what would be your dream band to warm up?
Bloodbath.
Judas Priest.
Why Judas Priest?
Yeah, maybe with not this band,
yeah.
but
Well,
Okay, yeah.
But Bloodbath in death metal, yeah.
Okay, so now that we have everything crappy talk, icebreaker stuff carried away, people need to know Mörbid Vomit is, in my opinion at least, one of the best 2 death metal bands to come from Finland. I'm not brown-nosing because that's not my style. I think you guys and Torture Killer are the best bands. But however, after you guys, they're just like some pretty good names, but you are one of the solid names. And I know the reasons myself, but do you know why you are so goddamn good? And if I say that, will it, go into your head like a piss?
Yes, immediately.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Next question.
I will stop drinking this blood. Oh, by the way, you guys, you have blood also. What is this nonsense all about? Why isn't this supposed to be like a, black metal gimmick? Why do you guys have it?
Well, if it was up to me, we wouldn't even have blood. But I think it's something to do with we want to look the same way on stage as
we sound.
Yeah, as we sound and as the lyrics goes, like violence and gore.
I could punch you in the face and it would be...
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be harder to sing if you do.
Yeah, like missing teeth.
Yeah, upper face, not here, not in the shoulder. Then it's cool.
Yeah, okay. So, but you're doing death metal, the very traditional kind of a way. Like you said, you're inspired by bands like Cannibal Corpse, and one could easily put in you the very same box. Are you copycats or are you creating something new?
Well, I think we are not trying to make something new, but as we make new songs and stuff like that, I think by now, after like 3 releases, we have maybe we have our own sound already.
Yeah.
At least going towards having our own sound. Maybe on the next album it might be.
And the whole thing is with Mörbid Vomit is that we just want to make that kind of death metal that we love to listen to. And that is a mix of Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel, Entombed, Bloodbath. There's like a lot of variety in our death metal. We are not like just like Swedish death metal band or like from States like death metal. We do it our own way, and we combine all these influences that we love to listen to, and we make death metal that way that we would love to have us listen to.
So you're 4 guys in the band. How democratic are you?
Well, I think we are almost fully democratic. If we like make a new song or something, or someone comes up with a new riff, if maybe 3 out of 4 people likes it, then it probably will get used in somewhere.
Yeah.
And if there's like 2 versus 2, usually it might be me and Andre, the guitarist, who make the final decision. But usually we are in an argument about everything, so I don't know, we fight it out if we have to.
Some people claim that fully democratic bands don't work because then there's like too many people involved in creating a song and creating an album and all that stuff. Do you find it difficult, or is there any sense to it?
Well, currently Andre has been making most of the songs, so there is no need for democracy when it comes to writing music, because Andre has been making like 90% of the songs. But,
I think that we have like our own roles in a band in every sense of the making this band coming even better, because Andre and Ville is more like into making the music and lyric stuff, but then we have also Ville doing the drummer making the arrangements for the drums, and me being the bass player, and I also like maybe arrange gigs for us and all that stuff. So we have own roles in this band, and it's working really well at the moment, at least.
What would happen if one of you four wheels would drop off?
We would find a new member. And
so it's possible?
Well, as long as it's not, well, I wouldn't want that to happen. Like that would be really shitty. But I don't know. Pyry and Ville are more easy to replace than me and Andre. So watch out, board. No, but I really hope it won't happen ever, because we already had like some changes in the lineup during the years. But I really doubt that the lineup will change. But if the lineup will change, the band wouldn't stop there.
What about the lyrics? Who creates them and for what reason?
Well, I do, and reason because the songs they need lyrics. So
But why aren't the lyrics? Such a stupid answer.
No. I'm just
I know.
Made a really good joke. But the lyrical themes or
why do you write about what you do?
Well, of course it fits in the death metal genre, but also it comes like this little misanthropy that I carry inside me every day, and it's like a relief to when you get like you go to a grocery store and someone is like always being a douche, like on the line where you kassa and cashier, and it's like the small things that people are like really selfish, and like I don't write lyrics about going to the store, but it's like inspiring me to make a song about killing that guy or woman. But
so it's all about fantasy stuff then?
Well, I have to say it's fantasy, or else I will be, maybe
in jail.
Yeah.
Do you think reality is more easy to go through these kind of fantasy lyrics, like I would like to see that guy getting mangled by a dog or hit by a car, or rather like, write about real life stories?
Well, I think the reality is more frightening than the fantasy stuff, because it's real. But I haven't wrote so far, maybe inspired by some serial killers, I wrote lyrics about that, but what could really happen in real life is, I think it's more like nauseating, or like, well, it's more evil because it can really happen. So we used to do lyrics like zombie stuff and that, but I dropped those. The lyrics that I do now and from now on must be in a way that it could really happen, and there is no.
So you don't believe?
And it's already actually happening around.
yeah, and it's already happening. Yeah. There's like people who are mentally ill or stuff like that, and they do stuff to other people that are quite like, well, some would say nauseating, I would say fascinating maybe, but I think in general real life is more morbid and evil than those fantasy lyrics, because it's real.
Do you think death metal, like typical death metal lyrics, do you think they are like poor man's crime stories and murder fantasies?
Well, they could be, yeah. But it depends on the band, I think. But I usually, when I listen to any band, I always read the lyrics. And if the lyrics are like bad, it immediately like
ruins the band.
Well, not completely, but like takes a certain feeling away from the band. But I'm like a lyrical fanatic when it comes to like listening to the band. I always read the lyrics. I like to read them.
Obsessed, maybe?
Maybe a little, yeah. But I'm not sure. I just think that if you have a band, please focus on the lyrics and not just like, well, we sing, just it's strolling, it doesn't matter. Well, maybe for you, but for me it matters. And your band is shitty if you don't do good lyrics.
I might be a little cynical because I mean I like to think the way you do. I mean like I think lyrics are really important and stuff. But nowadays I can even put myself to read most of them because I think most of the lyrics. I don't know about you guys, but most of the lyrics are quite crappy. They are. One might even call them shitty.
Yeah.
And into the sense that I don't want to actually ruin the feeling. But what is your take on this? Since you seem to read a lot of lyrics, how many lyrics, in your opinion, are worthwhile even reading?
Yeah.
And
I don't always read the lyrics, but if I have an opportunity when I find a new band, and I usually check online if they have lyrics online. Maybe they don't, maybe they do. And if the lyrics are really good and the music is good, it immediately pushes the band being much better than they could be with.
To the next level.
Yeah. For me personally, but I don't know. I just think that people should focus on the lyrics more than they do in death metal in general. But it depends on the band a little. I think someone might do zombie lyrics or fantasy stuff, like most of them do. I think, but we don't do it anymore. We want to keep it real.
There's been a lot of talk, especially on the other sides of extreme metal, that metal is getting more political. I know some bands that are even like, oh, don't even ask me that because it's so hot topic. And death metal doesn't usually have this as an issue, but many other genres do. Do you think it's safer for death metal not to touch the political topics, or is it something that actually is important to have in the lyrical themes, politics in general?
Well, I don't write about politics at all in Mörbid Vomit.
But for example, are you annoyed or happy about when you find good or bad political lyrics?
Well, the politics is something that I personally would keep away from music, but of course I appreciate it if someone says something that will piss off many PC people, and being straight up with that.
And that is political correctness, not personal computer, mind you.
Yeah.
Continue.
But I appreciate it if someone has the guts to say it straightforward what he thinks, being whatever opinion he may have, or she. But we don't do it in Mörbid Vomit at all. But of course, the times are now in a way that people are getting offended about everything, and the political lyrics. Well, I think it's getting harder and harder to write anything political. But it's not my problem because I don't do it.
I think, for example, in death metal, there was this actually thing with Cannibal Corpse that everybody's, let's say everybody, but many people are finding problems with different topics, be it about misanthropy, be it about religion, be it about genres, whatnot. And for example, Cannibal Corpse had, has the song "Fuck with a Knife," and some people were already claiming that even that is kind of misogynistic. Even though it could be seen as one of those kind of murder fantasy or whatever rape fantasy stories.
Yeah.
Do you think its borders are crossed too much when these kind of topics are being politicized?
Yes, I think because I think most of our songs, the lyrics are usually it's killing women for some reason, or families, and they include women and children. Well, I write lyrics about killing children. But we haven't had any. Well, we're not that big of a band yet. But if someone gets offended that, how can you say something like that? Well, I can say what the hell I want. And if it offends you, you don't have to read them all anymore. Well, if you read them once and now you're offended, you don't have to listen to us. And it won't, we won't ever be hey, we can't write about this because someone might be offended. No, we do what we do, and we write what we write, and I think it's going too far when Cannibal Corpse with that song title, or maybe Icon Blood or something, that it's being no, it's offending. The band is called Cannibal Corpse, so if you find it offensive, I don't know.
But there's no any political stuff around there. If you sing about Icon Blood or Fuck with a Knife, there's nothing political there.
But
It's just basically just killing people, and that is what is happening all around, all the time.
But maybe you can't kill women, and because if you kill women in the lyrics, and now it's like misogynist.
But nowadays, maybe.
But we kill both genders.
Yeah. Equally. We kill equally.
do you have
We kill the two genders that are real, male and female. That's my political.
do you have these allocations like, oh man, we have been killing like 15 ladies here and we have only 5 guys killed. Maybe we should add 10 guys to the list so allocations would be nice.
don't
Another
count.
person's advice.
Yeah, well, I think it's more funnier to write lyrics about killing women and children than to kill men.
What about killing animals? That also pisses a lot of people off.
Yeah, but that will piss me off, so that's why I don't write about
Are
killing
you a
animals.
vegan?
No.
Why not then?
I like meat.
But that is also involves killing the animal.
Yeah, I know, but animals are usually like fluffy and cute, and I don't want to sing about killing them, but I don't also mind seeing them slaughtered and eating them.
But would you imagine writing a story about like killing unicorns?
Well,
Not with this band.
no, maybe killing a horse, because unicorns, once again, it's not real, but killing a horse. Maybe on next album we sing about killing penguins and, I don't know, horses and...
Who knows?
Probably not, but, well,
How small an animal it could be that you could actually write about? I mean, we all kill mosquitoes and horseflies and stupid insects like that.
Yeah.
But when it's like bigger, like cat, I'm like, oh man, I like cats.
Yeah.
But mice, I totally slaughter them. Like,
Well-
where goes the line?
well, I wouldn't even sing about slaughtering mice, because I think they are cool too, like they are...
What about spiders?
Yeah,
Bats?
They haven't done
Little
anything. They haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
But basically, human race in a whole has done everything
So,
completely wrong.
are you a moral band?
No.
No.
Where's your moral compass? Lost.
Yeah, I'm
Completely.
I'm highly immoral, by the way. Like I obey the law and I obey the law in some sense, but I'm really immoral, man, when it comes to like stuff. But yeah, and we also sing like immoral stuff, so I think that makes sense in a way.
Really chaotic stuff. Before we finish off, what lies ahead in Mörbid Vomit? When can we expect a new release?
Well, we've been writing new music now. We were on this little break. Well, little. It was supposed to be a little break, but it lasted like a year or something.
1 year, basically.
And during the break, we didn't like rehearse at all. We almost didn't even see each other. Well, you had your own stuff in Helsinki and blah blah blah. But now we have started to write music like early this year, maybe. And we have like, I don't know.
Three to 5 songs, like starting to get a shape.
Yeah, and some like rough ones after that. But
Yeah, rough demos.
well, we don't have any schedules, but the next album is coming, and it's probably coming sooner than people would expect.
All right. Before we finish, Mörbid Vomit is for fans of
Pure death metal.
Yeah, death metal.
Pyrr. What's best in life?
Ulver.
Alcohol.
There you have it. Alcohol, no killing animals, obeying the law, pushing some blood on your face. You gotta do what you gotta do. These guys, ladies and gentlemen, Mörbid Vomit, check them out. You'll find plenty of music online, and if you don't, well, maybe you should stop using internet in the first place. This is Rauta. We wish you a happy summer, winter, or whatever when you are looking at this. See you soon. Listen to some death metal.